What is going on, everybody? So every single year for the past decade plus, there has been Call of Duty games. And every single year, there's been people playing Call of Duty being like, man, this game is freaking fun. I love this. I'm gonna go join the military. And just, it happens every single year. So today we are going to be talking about that. And some of the questions that I get sometimes legitly, or seriously, is the military like Call of Duty? So first things first, I do want to mention that I'm not infantry, I'm not special forces, I am a pogue, I am a person other than a grunt, alright? So if you are playing a game, I just want you to know, I don't necessarily have any combat experience or anything like that. And that's actually kind of a good thing in a sense, because the vast majority of jobs in the military are not combat related. So just keep that in mind. But I do get questions, and I've gotten it several times in the past, gotten it recently, probably because the new Call of Duty is just being released and it's just being announced right now. And so like I said, every single year, people play these first-person shooters, Call of Duty, Battlefield, whatever, and they just think to themselves, man, I really enjoy this. This is so much fun, just running and gunning, and doing all this stuff. And maybe this is kind of pushing me towards joining the military a little bit, because I would definitely say people in the military have a strong preference towards these first-person shooter games. And for a lot of these people who joined, you know, maybe these video games had somewhat of an impact on their, you know, motivation on joining the military. Maybe they thought it was a lot of fun, and like I said, maybe the military, they're like, hey, this will be somewhat like it. And just to be truthfully, brutally honest with y'all, with the games and with the military being like the best advertisers and recruiters and stuff out there, they're just really good. When you watch their ads, it's just, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go save the world if I join the military. But that's just not the case. So just gonna be straight up, no, the military in any MOS, any job, is nowhere near like Call of Duty whatsoever. Not talking campaign, not talking regular multiplayer, and I'm talking about everything. Like, it is not going to be the same whatsoever. Even if you're playing like super hardcore mode, it's not the same. Now, just to point out some of the like huge differences between actual military versus video game military. Number one thing is video games, it's just action all the time. There's no downtime. It's just pure action 100% of the time. And in the real military, there's way more downtime and planning and strategizing. There's just so much of that. And then the actual action that you like kind of want to do is just like this much of what is actually going on in the military. It's kind of one of those reasons why I've said this over and over again, is that if you are planning on joining the military, you want to go infantry or special forces or something, and you want to deploy, you want to get a whole bunch of action in, there's a lot of people that join with that motivation that get super duper disappointed because they realize, holy crap, this is not what I expected at all. This is just really boring compared to what I had in my mind. So that's just one thing. And now, if you were to go like the special forces route or like the ranger route, or if you wanted to do the super elite Delta Force, which again, I've talked about that. Don't even really plan on going Delta Force, because that's like, you're talking all-stars of a professional league, right? So you have like the NBA, then you have the NBA all-stars. And so that's kind of like the whole Delta Force, or like SEAL Team 6, all that kind of stuff. For the most part, if you did want to do that stuff, that bit of action, like if you're playing the Call of Duty campaign, and I can't remember what the mission was, but like you're going in at night and you're raiding this house, you're basically clearing out this house. I can't remember the mission, but it's on the most recent Modern Warfare game. It's really iconic. You're kind of going through there. If that is cool to you, right? On the real world military side, you are going to have practiced that stuff out over and over again until like you're just like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely ridiculous. We've literally probably done this exact same drill 1,000 times, and you haven't done the real thing even once yet. But that's just how it is in the military. You do so much planning, so much training, so much preparation for like 5 minutes of actual action if you were to have one of those combat MOSs. And then even when you're doing all that stuff, imagine you're playing a game and you just have to go, you know, ruck or run, you know, 20 miles or something like that, and you're carrying all this stuff. Well, In the actual military, you're gonna be feeling that pain, you're gonna be feeling the cold, you're gonna be feeling the heat, you're gonna be hurting physically, and it's gonna make it a lot less fun. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, you know, this sucks. And it's how the whole embrace the suck, you know, phrase has came into being, because a lot of it just flat out sucks. And so if you are thinking, man, Call of Duty is awesome, I love this, this is so much fun, I want to go join the military because it's going to be like Call of Duty, that's just not going to be true. Yes, there's going to be times and things whenever it's a whole lot of fun for you to do, but I can't think of anything that I could even remotely relate to how the game is like the actual military. You know, when you watch even movies and stuff where, you know, you have like a captain or a lieutenant or a sergeant, or, you know, in the games you have like sergeants or specialists or something, and they're like going out saving the world. That's just not happening. It's just, you're gonna join the military, you're gonna be a lower enlisted soldier, and you're gonna feel like everybody's just crapping on you because you're lower enlisted. And that's just kind of how it's gonna be for those lower enlisted days and years until you become an NCO or you become an officer. Then you get a little bit more seniority on other people and you can actually start making some decisions. But even then, if you're not in a combat MOS, you're not gonna be doing much of that action that you're really wanting to do. But when you do get to do it, it's gonna be fun, but it's not gonna be running and gunning, shooting and diving and sliding and going around this thing and just kind of being on your own. It's gonna be a bunch of walking through the woods. It's gonna be a bunch of digging holes and, you know, going to the bathroom in the holes. It's gonna be a bunch of staying up at night, waking up every hour on the hour, because wherever you're at, you have to be having like 50% security or whatever at all times, and you're gonna be super tired. But, you know, obviously adrenaline will take its role in effect whenever you actually have some action take place. But I mean, I could go on and on and on about how, you know, video games is not like the actual real military. So I'm just gonna kind of cut this video off here. For those of you that are 12 or 13 and you're playing Call of Duty and it's just like your vision of how the military is going to be, I hate to, you know, crash your dreams, break your dreams, or just do all that stuff, but that's just not going to be the case. Now, you can be in the military and play Call of Duty. I mean, that's about as close as you could get to the actual thing, but that's really about it. And that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, that would be awesome. If you want to stick around some more of my videos, hit the subscribe button, that would be even better. Follow me on Instagram and Snapchat if you haven't already. I hope you guys have an amazing freaking day, and I'll see y'all later.